Dr. P S Chandra, Senior Professor, Department of Neurosurgery, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi. I would say that any alumni meeting is very, very important. It is not only to rebuild the bonds, but also to create a legacy and to create a structure of hierarchy and mentorship. Because we have to understand, at the end of the day, we are standing on the shoulders of our teachers. Okay, whatever we have learned. So unlike any other subject like finance, medicine is a subject of apprenticeship. It's a subject of mentorship. One cannot learn medicine just by reading books, especially surgery. You cannot learn surgery just by looking at surgeries. You need a very good mentorship, and for that reason, you need a very good relationship with your mentor and mentee and all that. And that's the reason alumni becomes even more important for a surgical discipline like neurosurgery, which is very challenging, which is very tough, which may be very difficult. And that's the reason we want this alumni to flourish, to become better, so that we can continue this hand holding and they can continue having ties with their mothership, that is our department at the All India Institute. And these are the various reasons why this alumni meeting is so emotional for us. See, when I was a student going back, I initially thought that neurosurgery is impossible, because in those days the imaging was not very good. We need to do direct carotid angiography for patients. The CT scanners won't work during the night time, and we need to do angiographies. And the equipment they were developing. We had microscopes, lot of stuff than what our founders like Prof Chandra and Dr. Banerjee had, but still it was much more rudimentary than what it is today. And we used to feel that just by passing neurosurgery, it may not be enough for us to create a good, successful, confident practice. That's the reason you need hand holding. And when I passed out, for a long time I used to depend on my teachers. I used to call them up and I used to take them opinion. And even when I would operate as a faculty, some of my teachers would come back. I would always ask their opinion, that do you agree with what I'm doing? Do you think there is a different way of doing it? Do you have any other opinion? So I think that is the most important thing. So when you have an academic department where you have a lot of experienced people, it makes a lot of meaning when you discuss the case as a collective team. That is where you're going to get a lot of inputs which would be missing in a private practice or in a smaller place. And by creating this kind of alumni, we are bridging the gap so that we are able to handhold our students. Ultimately, whatever happiness and pride we get is because of the success of our students. When they go out, they speak about their institute, they speak about us. Ultimately, they are the torch bearers. So it's very important for us to have this continued relationship with them. So neurosurgery is a fantastic branch. It is, I think, the best subspecialty or super specialty that I could have joined in. If I were to be given an opinion or a choice right now, I would again end up choosing neurosurgery. But we have to understand that neurosurgery, unlike most of the medical specialties, also requires a good infrastructure. So when we are producing so many students, it's equally important that a good infrastructure is also built up in our country, so that whatever skills our students have learned, they are able to use it on the public. So just by increasing the number of seats is not enough. We need to build better tertiary care hospitals. My advice for younger generation would be that since we have close to 250 alumni right now, neurosurgeons who are from AIIMS at this point of time, it's very important that people subspecialize further. Just sticking to a general neurosurgical practice may not be enough. So people may have to choose a certain subspecialties where they could become an experts in those areas, where people around the region where they practice could refer these cases to them. And there are a lot of newer specialties coming up. You have epilepsy surgery, you have spine surgery, you have skull-based surgery, you have functional neurosurgery. So there's so many specialties. I know some neurosurgeons who only do pain practice. So they're just dealing with pain. And I know that they're doing very, very well. So it's important, I think, as of today for the students to choose their career path in a very, very focused manner. They should not just become somebody like, following the herd. So just because everybody is going to some subspecialty, they should also not think that I should go into those areas. I would like to summarize saying that, you should look for some blue ocean strategies. I don't know if you read that book, but it's a beautiful book. So we say that blue ocean is blue because there are no sharks there. Red ocean is red because there are too many sharks fighting with each other and a lot of blood being spilled up. So whenever you want to choose a subspecialization, choose an area where there will be no conflict, where you can establish something new by yourself, where you will be known as an expert in that area, where people will start to feel that you are really needed and they will start referring the patients to you. And that is a strategy I would advise all our recent new generation neurosurgeons in the years to come.